This is it. It's the final reveal.
A year in the making and our house is finally done, and we are so happy and excited to reveal the house to you. We're gonna take you on a room by room reveal so you can see exactly what we've done in each of the spaces.
And because everybody always asks us, we're gonna tell you where you can find some of the products that are used throughout our home.
So let's start with the exterior of the house, which of course is Espresso's favorite part. We definitely wanted to have a lot of curb appeal. We wanted this house to pop. Windows are huge when it comes to renovations and new builds. We definitely wanted black windows, both inside and out, and energy efficient windows. So we went with triple pane windows from Jeld-Wen Windows and Doors. I love how these look. And of course that circle window is the talk of the neighborhood. It was a custom framed window that we had again from Jeld-Wen. It's absolutely fantastic and makes the house. The exterior doors are also from Jeld-Wen and they're a classic design, and they really add a focal point to the exterior of the home.
So for our exterior, we really wanted to use something that was gonna make a big statement. So we used the Ultra Shield wall siding from NewTek Wood Canada. Now this is a really beautiful detail. Again, it's giving all that warmth, it's exciting, it's got curb appeal, and something a little bit unexpected.
Now, when it comes to landscaping, this is really something that adds softness to the exterior of your home. So we talked to Catherine at Your Space by Design, and she came up with a brilliant plan for us. And then in the backyard, we also used the same Ultra Shield composite decking from NewTek Wood Canada because we wanted something that was low maintenance and looked really good.
And it was so easy to install that even these two could help put it in. Of course, for the finishing touches, we had to have the perfect plant. So Michelle and her team from Eris Landscape Design came and did a beautiful job putting everything in exactly where it needed to go. And because it's been such a hot summer, of course we wanted to make sure our plants survived more than one season. So we had Naiad Irrigation come and do a great job installing all the planting irrigation and of course the app so that we can control everything really easily.
There's just something about a wood-burning fireplace in the backyard that just makes us so happy. So we went to Home Hardware and got the Bellegarde fireplace for our backyard. Definitely a focal point. And then of course we had to hit up a HomeSense because it helps to kind of pull everything together with all the accessories and furniture. Now for the interior, we wanted something that matched what we did on the exterior. Jason and I wanted something that was going to be warm and inviting and super comfortable, with an edge of course, and with all the Moroccan Mediterranean feels. I call this look the new traditional.
Now when you enter the house, one of the things you first notice is the flooring. So this really leads you and your eye into the space. This is more of a traditional vibe. It's got a chevron pattern. This is from the Cosmopolitan collection over at Divine Flooring. And it absolutely grounds the space and gives you a hint of what you're gonna see inside.
We also went with custom entry closets with a built-in and gorgeous handles that are brass from Handles and More that really offset the cabinetry beautifully.
So when you come in the house, you're also gonna notice that we took down all the walls. We took this very traditional chopped up 60s bungalow and opened it all the way up to make space for a living room, dining room, and kitchen all in one.
And speaking of the living room, we of course had to furnish it. And we went to Urban Barn and found some beautiful pieces. The leather sofa that we're sitting on right now is gorgeous, adds so much warmth to the space. We also have a lot of mix of woods that we're doing in here as well to really make it feel eclectic and pulled together and curated with our collection of antiques as well.
Now, one of the focal points in this living room is definitely this fireplace. This is by Phoenix Concrete Works, and they actually hand cast each piece of this and assembled it on site. It is an absolute showstopper.
Exactly, I love it so much. And of course, we can't forget a little chair moment right beside the fireplace from Vintage AF. This is a custom collaboration between myself and those guys, and it's literally the most comfortable chair I've ever sat on.
Of course, we love to entertain, so we wanted to make sure that our kitchen had all the visual interest as the rest of the house. So we actually went with this two-tone kitchen. So on the lowers, it's a dark oak in a skinny shaker profile. It's absolutely beautiful. And then we carried on that profile in a biscuit color for the uppers and the rest of the cabinetry.
That's right, Lieber Designs helped us with all of this, which is fantastic. And of course, we had to figure out what we were going to do on the inside of the cabinets as well. So interior fittings by Hefela, they're absolutely fantastic. We have everything that we could need for a custom kitchen for just Jason and I.
I love to cook, and of course, no dream chef's kitchen would be complete without the best of the best appliances. So We went with Jenn-Air so we could get a fully integrated look.
That's right. The column fridge and freezer are fantastic because they actually look like part of the cabinetry, so you don't even know that they're there. The coffee machine from their Noir collection, it was a Jason's must-have and also mine.
It was an absolute must-have.
And then the range and the integrated hood fan are fantastic because it kind of gives you that beautiful seamless look. We tiled it in a Tierra Sol tile, which is super organic, and it really makes the kitchen stand out.
And now, Aly, we have to talk about those lights.
We do, absolutely. Actually, I think I had like a heart attack when they came in because the box that they came in were so huge. And I was like, oh my God, did I make a design mistake? And they were gonna be too big. But once they went up, they're absolutely fantastic. Robinson Lighting and Bath really came through for us, and they are magnificent.
Now, of course, because we took down the walls and ripped a dining room out of this house, we needed somewhere to entertain. So we have this massive island. This is actually 2 slabs that are book matched. The granite guys helped us put it together, and it's gorgeous. One end is that gorgeous waterfall edge. The other is curved, so there's lots of room for seating, and we can bring all of our friends around and enjoy.
So one space in this house when we were doing the walkthrough that had us a bit stumped was the attached but not attached single car garage. It just didn't really make any sense. So we decided to make it into more living space by adding in an entry from the kitchen and making it our auxiliary room.
I love the curved arch. It's a really welcoming way to go down the 2 steps into this space that can really be a lot of different things.
Exactly, and we decided to really amp it up in there. We went with Sherwin-Williams Olympic range for the paint color in there. It's dark and it's moody and it's super exciting. I love it so much. Added in some panel molding from a tree to kind of give that traditional touch. And of course, Matthew McCormick sconces. He's an amazing lighting designer from Vancouver, and those lights offset the space perfectly.
Because we love to entertain outside, we have the perfect access point to get to our yard. You just open up those double sliding Geldwin doors. They're absolutely gorgeous, and you're back outside. And because we want to make sure that our guests are welcomed, we have this beverage fridge, again, from Jenn-Air that is right there, stocked and ready to go.
Don't forget to look up. We chose to wallpaper the ceilings in here in a gorgeous butterfly pattern for something a little whimsical from Huga and West. Now, for the most part, hallways are never really focal points, but because we have this open concept feeling in here, ours definitely is. So we chose custom true style doors that are solid wood, absolutely fantastic. I love them so much. They're throughout the house, and they're accented with gorgeous MTech lever handles. Now these levers have marble on them, so again, they just add that extra touch to make this hallway sing.
Now behind one of those beautiful doors is our main bath, perfect for guests. And it is definitely a showstopper in there with a custom concrete sink, again, from Phoenix Concrete Works. They did a beautiful job of it. And to add some of that traditional luxe factor, we went with Brizo faucets from their Invari collection.
Next is our primary bedroom. We wanted the space to feel relaxing, have lots of textures, warm wood tones mixed in with some antique pieces as well. Now, one of the biggest things that we did in this room is we extended it out 2 feet so we could have custom built-in closets for all of our clothes, of course. And this was a huge undertaking, but I love the way that it turned out. Wall-to-wall custom cabinetry with interior fittings from Hepala. Just make sure that we have the space for all of our clothes, accessories, and shoes.
And of course, like you said, to add that softness, I love the wall of curtains. It's such a beautiful, beautiful detail. That ripple fold, ceiling to floor, all by Maxwell Fabrics. It's absolutely gorgeous. And of course, now we have to talk about the furniture from Article.
Yes.
The bed, the dresser, all of it. It's so beautiful.
It all works together to create a space that really feels super warm and inviting and a great sanctuary for Jason and I.
Now, we've never had an ensuite before, so we thought since we're moving walls around anyway, why don't we just create a massive primary bathroom?
Absolutely. Now this is that Mediterranean moment that I love so much. Those gorgeous tiles in the shower, done in that kind of rich terracotta tone from Dal Tile. They're all variated and finished off with brass Schluter, which really kind of, I think, finishes it off beautifully. And then of course the focal point is that vanity, dark oak, which adds some richness. And then we went with Decton Callow, which is inspired by Patagonia Natural Stone for the countertop and the backsplash. And it is a showstopper.
And of course, we can't forget about more of those beautiful brass faucets from Brizo. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I thought maybe you had lost your marbles a little bit when you talked about floating the mirrors in front of the window, but it worked.
I'm always right.
Aly and I do have big families. We wanted to make sure we had a retreat that made them feel very welcome. So when you go into one of the bedrooms on the main floor here, you are greeted by this beautiful wallpaper, again from Huga and West. We've got this gorgeous antique brass bed, and of course linens from House of Jude to make it feel extra cozy.
Now, I don't know if you remember, but originally the back of the house was this crazy room that was clad in wood, had this huge stone fireplace that Jason's brother helped us take down, and it was a massive undertaking. But now it's a great back entry that has Jason's office, our mudroom, and entry into our new double car garage, which also was a huge feat getting approved by the city. That hallway moment is probably one of my most favorite things in this house because you can literally see it from so many different angles. That checkerboard floor with the overscaled square marble tiles from Centura is definitely this show-stopping moment. The lantern light fixtures kind of makes it feel like a Spanish sort of hacienda moment. And then of course we elongated all of the windows to let in all that natural light, and it is pure perfection.
Of course, I don't need a lot of space for my office. It's just me, but it has to feel very comfy and a place where I can make some magic happen. So we picked this gorgeous Sherwin-Williams rosemary, that deep green. We also used a little detail on the wall. Now this molding, the panel molding, is from Matree, absolutely gorgeous, and a great little spot to drop in my vintage desk and sideboard.
The mudroom was a bit of a bone of contention between Jason and I. That Roycroft Adobe Sherwin-Williams paint color that I wanted to do for the cabinetry, he didn't like. What do you think of it now?
I've come around. Right? I think it looks great.
It looks awesome. It looks fantastic. The mudroom has so much storage. Again, we went with Hafele interior kind of moments for everything in there, so make it super customizable. And I chose this really great Secret Garden dark and moody wallpaper for in there as well, just because there's so much light that comes in. It's nice to have some contrast.
That deep Blanco sink really helps. We've got the bridge faucet that is amazing. And then that curved Caesar stone behind the sink. It's unexpected and it's actually really functional. So when I'm splashing around with the dog in there, we don't have to worry about a big mess. Now, because we had the space back there, I really wanted to have a large washer and dryer. And of course, we wanted to have the best. So we got the Whirlpool top-loading washer. It's got a nice big drum, and of course, the matching dryer. Now, the last room in the house we really want to show you, it's really special, is the spa bathroom. I like having nice, luxurious, long steam showers, and so we got a Mr. Steam unit in there that is a complete game changer.
Yeah, and that green tile in there from Centura is absolutely fantastic. I love how it's variated, so it looks super handmade, adds so much depth to that large shower. And then, of course, let's not forget those gorgeous Cambria countertops for not only the countertop, but also the bench area. I love that black brick color. It's my favorite. Again, adds a little bit of drama. Now, of course, I had to inject a little bit of marble into our home, so we went with beautiful mosaic marble floors from Ames Tile. I love the pattern here. It's absolutely fantastic. And of course, we had to have in-floor heat from Schluter in there to make it soft and cozy.
Well, and that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this because we're never doing it again.
Never say never, but honestly, this has just been an incredible journey. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the hundreds of people that have had a hand in making this home a reality for us, all of the amazing sponsors, the AVD team, our friends and family. Honestly, it's just been a whirlwind, but a dream come true that we get to finally live in this gorgeous home. So thank you.
Now let's go mess it up.
Let's not.